Vlog day 129. Yes. Got super frosty last night. It is like 30 degrees warmer in Minneapolis than here right now, which leads me to believe that I'm heading on a summer vacation. My parents chose the perfect time to cover up their plants. They're also now prepped to be ghost plants for Halloween, so that is a double win if I've ever seen one. I don't have a permit, but I've yet to get towed for parking here. Pretty sure it's just a hollow scare tactic, but I guess one day I'll find out. It's still really cold, but the sun feels so nice and warm. Not a fan of winter, really, in the end. Seriously though, the sun feels great out there. Why are you staring at me?
Are you filming yourself right now?
Yeah, of course. Are you straightening hats?
Yeah. It's an important job.
It is an important job. They've got to look good. I was going to dig a little bit more into the writing side of things today, especially because NerdCon's coming up. Sorry about the wobbly camera. I really don't know what's going on there. But then I got down the trail of trying to figure out how to get back to Paris. And I think it might be onto something. French bureaucracy, I already knew was terrible. It remains terrible. Like, demonstrably the worst bureaucracy in the Western world. The thing is that, as with the rest of French bureaucracy, getting back is a series of catch-22s. So I have a English teaching job lined up, but they aren't willing to go through the visa process for me. And unfortunately, you need a job to go through the visa process. The other side of it is that I'm gonna try to apply for a special skills visa as an artist, and hope that between the vlogging and the writing, I've got enough traction that I'm contributing to French culture. I think actually the vlog, like living and vlogging in Paris, would add a lot to, would add something to French culture. So I'm gonna try for that, but I need the work before I can get the visa. And this is the catch-22 that exists in all of French bureaucracy. You can substitute work for like housing, for a bank account, for anything. You need this before you can get that, but you have to get that before you can get this. It's always that circle. Of course, there are no guarantees. I'm really not sure that I can get I know people that have gotten the artist visa before. It's an exceptional skills visa. I don't know. You can get it for multiple things, but I do know a couple of other writers that have gotten it before. They've had much better letters of recommendation than I think I'm going to be able to secure. But I'm also curious if the vlogging is a good way to go about it. Like, if I show them the French Friday videos, which hopefully they don't hate me for, and if they see the quality of what I'm producing, I'm sure that it'll encourage more people to want to come to France and should add a new perspective to French culture, maybe. Also, speaking of culture, I'm back in Pizza Pipeline specifically to make Jeff jealous. Also because I like the food. Also because the food is cheap. Good, cheap pizza that makes Jeff jealous? Yeah, good reasons. Also, I'm gonna sit over here. I'm not sitting here. Liquid is a terrible thing. So I'm going to call the French consulate and we'll see what I can figure out there. I had said in my goals, like, France is really high up there, travel's really high up there for me, but like I feel like it's hard to know what I should be doing first. Like, should I be focusing on the writing? Should I be focusing on the vlogging? Should I be focusing on where I should live? All in the middle of that, it's like, how am I going to make money? That seems like it should be the top priority. So if I have a possible job in France and I really want to be in France, I feel like maybe that should be up there. And maybe it's just my priorities are going to shift day by day based on how I'm feeling. I don't know. I'm going to call the French consulate though. I'll let you know how it goes. Of course, they're only open from 9 to 12:30. It's gotta be. It's such a rough life working for the French government. It's unbelievable how hard like just doing a couple pieces of paperwork can be. So I have to fill out an FBI criminal report release and go get fingerprinted. And then I'm gonna have to write an essay and stuff. But this is like the most time sensitive part because it has to get, you know, done into Chicago in time for me to go to Chicago. All right, gotta get my fingerprints done so that I can get an FBI report request. I need one of those calculators. All right, well, okay, so I got fingerprints done, passport photos, an FBI criminal check hopefully sent off, and alive. If those guys are in a legitimate operation, they have everything they need to recreate my identity, so. All right, that stuff's done. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna go for a run, and then I need to pack. And you remember to get some stuff out of the attic again, because like I've got my Carbon card, because Carbon. Yep. Surprise! I was over here the whole time. Oh, it is cold out here. Put on an extra layer for it. In defense of the weather, of course, ever since I lived in the tropics for a number of years, I've never fully recovered on the whole like Nordic blood thing. I do okay, but I really feel the cold more than I used to. So running will help. It's gonna warm me up and it's gonna de-stress me. Because it's like a progressive thing. Over the course of the day, I get more stressed out a little bit. And also running around doing visa paperwork and stuff, not a good way to stay unstressed out. Ugh. They're notorious for it. All right, let's go. Canceled out of it. 4 miles, 33:33, which is a very odd number in every way. I said it was 8 minutes and 21 second pace. Not bad. 4 miles, a little bit slow, but it is freezing out here. Like so cold. My ears are on fire. Oh, I'm gonna have to get a hat out. And tomorrow I leave for NerdCon. And if you're gonna be at NerdCon, come see me. I have something special for you, assuming that you want a ridiculous gift, in which case, if you don't, you know, high fives are still good. I can still give you a high five, no problem.